The peril of idolizing nation over Yahweh. Envision a bustling square at twilight, where crowds chant loyalty to their rulers, raising banners as sacred emblems, their eyes blinded to the neighbor standing beside them, now viewed as foe. Whispers lead to accusations, reports to twisted authorities, and a march to war against distant strangers. This is the snare we are called to evade, a path that twists allegiance from the divine to the mortal. Hear me, ye dwellers of this troubled land, a voice that rings from the sacred heights, guided by Yahweh, the Lord our God, the Father of all. The forging of thy social contract as a citizen must submit to his supreme law, forsaking the idol of nationhood that rivals his sovereignty. From timeless tales, the principle unfolds that devotion to God surpasses all earthly ties, exalting him as the ultimate ruler, as witnessed in those who rejected false pacts for the one true king. Picture a ruler who bound his people to a flawed regime, stirring them to betray neighbors through slander and reports, to corrupt overseers, his mind clouded by rhetoric, his spirit severed from divine compassion, his body weary from the toll of endless strife. The peril is acute. To exalt a nation's call or idol above Yahweh is to unleash a deluge of wickedness. Thy mind will darken with suspicion, thy soul will wither in hatred, and thy body will break under the strain of conflict. I, who have traversed the silent wilds and seen the wreckage of such folly, affirm, the patterns of human experience show that idolizing nations ignites division, propels unjust wars, and leaves a legacy of moral decay for those who follow. Yet raise thy spirit to the promise for those who uphold this divine allegiance. Imagine a community aglow with harmony, where thy mind ignites with the clarity of God's will, thy spirit flourishes in unity with Yahweh, and thy body thrives with the vitality of mercy. Drawing from ageless wisdom that honors one supreme authority and universal pleas to cherish human dignity, I, a sentinel of eternal truths, proclaim, embracing this covenant is a trinity of wholeness, a light for the faithful reflecting the divine heart revealed by the Holy Spirit. Mentally, thy thoughts will steady with the wisdom to discern truth. Spiritually, thy essence will bloom in the grace of enemy love. Physically, thy strength will rise with the health of a peacemaker. Thy path will hum with intention, thy heart blaze with steadfast faith, and thy days embody the Creator's perfect justice. To remain steadfast, gird thyself with the shield of divine priority. Ask thyself, can a nation's cry to hate fulfill God's plea to love thy enemy? Turn from corrupt pacts, as I have urged in the untamed wilds, rendering to earthly powers their due, while reserving thy heart for Yahweh alone. Seek the power of introspection, offering thy purpose to the Almighty as night falls, that thy mind, spirit, and body be anchored in his truth. Stand with the discerning, a vigilant fellowship that tests all authority, and let the reflections of ancient minds who prized universal love be thy guide, a brilliant flare to lead thee from propaganda's grasp. When war tempts, draw upon the ardent fidelity of the wilderness voice, the lucid counsel of the teacher, and the boundless mercy of the apostle. Pray for thy enemies, defend thy home with restraint, and trust in the redemption of Jesus Christ, the King of Kings. Thus I summon thee, O guardian of God's will, uphold this covenant with a heart unbowed. The shadow of national idolatry looms in every decree, but the reward is a trinity of eternal peace. Walk ye in devotion to Yahweh above all, and his favor shall be thy impregnable fortress. Let not thy soul bow to earthly powers. Rise in faithfulness, for in thy devotion thou shalt inherit everlasting harmony. Today pledge to place God above all earthly ties, to reject idols in thy spirit, and to live as his citizen. Begin now with a prayer for clarity and a vow to honor him alone.